This final confirmation about your marriage will change everything. Have you been sensing deep within your spirit that something is about to shift? That the long nights of waiting, the unanswered prayers, and the silent seasons of loneliness were not in vain? This moment, beloved, is not an accident. God sent me here to release a final confirmation about your marriage that will truly change everything you thought you knew about His timing, His plan, and His love for you. This is not just another word of encouragement. This is a divine declaration that what you've been carrying in your heart is about to be birthed into reality. Heaven is aligning, and the doors that were once locked are now swinging wide open in your favor. Welcome, dear one, to this sacred space. Whether this is your very first time here, or you've been faithfully walking with us on this channel, know that you are not here by coincidence. The Spirit of God has drawn you because there is something you must hear. There is a message crafted with your name in heaven's blueprint. So settle your heart, lean in with faith, and allow these words to wash over you. And as you listen, I invite you to join in this flow of faith. Write in the comments right now the phrase, "I believe." This simple act of agreement is not just for engagement, but a prophetic declaration that you are aligning with the word that is being released today. Now hear me. Your marriage is not just an earthly desire, it is a heavenly assignment. The union that God is preparing for you is bigger than a ring, bigger than a wedding day, and bigger than just companionship. It carries generational impact, spiritual authority, and kingdom purpose. For Proverbs 18:22 declares, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." This is not just about finding each other. It is about God releasing favor into both of your lives. That is why the wait has been so intense. That is why the warfare has been so heavy, because this marriage will carry oil that the enemy desperately tried to block. Take a moment and ask yourself, could this be what you've been sensing lately? The sudden stirring in your heart, the dreams, the unexpected peace, even the moments of spiritual warfare. It's all pointing to one truth. God is aligning your marriage now. Isaiah 43:19 reminds us, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." Beloved, your wilderness season of waiting, crying, and wondering is giving way to a stream of divine partnership. There is someone, younger in age but wealthy in both spirit and resources, whom God has been preparing for you. This wealth is not only financial, though financial abundance is part of their destiny, but it is also spiritual maturity, a pure heart, and a willingness to walk in humility. They have been refined through their own trials, so when they appear, it will not just be attraction, it will be recognition. Your spirit will know them before your mind can explain it. Genesis 2:18 says, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." The person God is bringing is not just a partner, but a helper, suitable, aligned, chosen specifically to complement your journey. But here is the truth many overlook. Divine timing has been at the center of this story. You may have asked God, why the delay? Why the silence? Why do I see others walking into their promises while mine lingers? The Spirit of the Lord whispers, the delay was not denial, it was preparation. Ecclesiastes 3:11 assures us, He has made everything beautiful in its time. That includes your love story. God was not punishing you in the waiting, He was perfecting you, healing wounds from your past, and ensuring that both you and your future spouse would meet in the fullness of time, ready to embrace destiny together. Think about the times you felt rejected, overlooked, or abandoned. Those wounds felt like they would never heal. But beloved, this is the season where God is restoring your heart through love that comes straight from His throne. Psalm 147:3 declares, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. The marriage God is releasing will not reopen your scars. It will cover them in tenderness, nurture them with patience, and strengthen them with faith. Even concerns, about age, status, or appearance are irrelevant in God's plan. For what He ordains, no man can question. What He joins together, no circumstance can undo. Let this confirmation settle in your spirit. The person coming into your life has been shielded just for you. There were counterfeit connections, distracting opportunities, and spiritual attacks designed to keep you both apart. Yet through it all, God's protection has surrounded this promise. Deuteronomy 31:8 assures us, "The Lord Himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." That same God has gone before you into your future marriage. He has already positioned angels to guard your union against spiritual opposition. And as this promise draws near, God is reminding you of the power of gratitude. Before you see the wedding, before you hold the hand of your spouse, give thanks as though it is already done. Psalm 37:4 encourages us, "Delight yourself also in the Lord, and He shall give you the desires of your heart." Gratitude is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. When you worship, when you thank Him in advance, you are pulling heaven's reality into your earthly season. This union will not just bless you, it will impact generations. The prayers you have prayed will echo into your children, into your legacy, into those who will watch your love as a testimony of God's faithfulness. Take another moment and ask yourself, could your marriage be the key to unlocking generational blessings that your family line has been crying out for? The Spirit says yes. This is not just romance. This is a prophetic alignment. Beloved, as you absorb this word, remember that God is not late. He is precise. The final confirmation you've been waiting for is here. Your marriage is set, your partner is near, and heaven is rejoicing over the union that will soon manifest in your life. Beloved, let me speak to the stirring in your heart. I can feel the questions rising in you, even as you hear this word. How will I know when this person comes? How will I discern the signs so that I will not miss them or mistake another counterfeit for the true one? Hear me clearly. The God who orchestrates galaxies will not leave you guessing about the details of your destiny. He has set signs in motion, confirmations that will be undeniable, and whispers that will echo in your spirit until you know that you know. This is the one. The first sign you will notice is peace. Not the shallow peace of momentary comfort, but a deep, abiding peace that silences every fear. Colossians 3:15 tells us, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace." That peace will guard you like a shield when you encounter this person. You may not even fully understand it, but there will be no striving, no confusion, no endless wondering. Peace will walk in with them, and you will feel like your soul has finally exhaled. The second sign is recognition. Your spirit will recognize theirs even before your mind reasons it out. Do you remember the story in Luke 1:41, when Elizabeth heard Mary's greeting and the baby leaped in her womb? That was spiritual recognition. In the same way, when this person speaks, when they draw near, something in you will leap, not out of fleshly excitement, but divine confirmation. It will feel like home in their presence. The third sign is alignment. Your paths, though once separate, will suddenly converge in ways that cannot be explained by chance. God will orchestrate divine appointments, conversations, and even delays that redirect your steps right into their path. Proverbs 16:9 says, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." Beloved, your steps are being established even now. You are not late. You have not missed it. Every twist and turn was leading you to this intersection of destiny. But let me also reveal something deeper. This connection will not just restore your joy, it will restore your faith in the goodness of God. For some of you, heartbreak left you questioning whether God truly cared about the desires of your heart. Loneliness made you wonder if He had forgotten you. Rejection whispered lies that you were unworthy. But Psalm 34:18 promises, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." This marriage is not just about companionship. It is about God redeeming every lie of the enemy with tangible proof of his love. Take a moment and let this truth settle. God has seen every tear. He has counted every night you cried yourself to sleep. He has watched over every season where you felt invisible. And now he is answering not only with a spouse, but with restoration. Joel 2:25 declares, "I will restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten." The years of waiting, the years of delay, the years of pain. They will be swallowed up in the joy of this union. Do not be afraid of the differences that others may highlight, whether it is age, background, or status. In the natural, it may look unusual, but in the spirit, it is a perfect fit. Remember 1 Samuel 16:7, when God spoke to Samuel about choosing David. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. This marriage is not built on outward appearances. It is anchored in hearts knit together by heaven. Now hear this prophetic revelation. This union has been under attack long before you even knew about it. The enemy has tried to distract you with counterfeits, entangle you in cycles of disappointment, and wear you down with hopelessness. But God has been shielding the true one. Psalm 91:11 declares, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." Angels have been on assignment to protect this connection, to guard your future spouse, and to ensure that no plot of darkness succeeds. That is why some relationships ended abruptly. That is why doors closed unexpectedly. It was God's mercy, not rejection. He was preserving you for the real promise. Beloved, take courage. You are closer than you realize. In fact, some of you are standing at the very threshold of this breakthrough. The morning is about to dawn on your love story. The tears you have sown are about to yield a harvest of laughter. Psalm 126:5 says, "Those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy." The time of weeping is ending, and the time of singing is beginning. But as this season unfolds, the Lord is calling you to prepare your spirit. This is not the time to grow weary or distracted. This is the time to strengthen your prayer life, to anchor yourself in His Word, and to walk in obedience. For marriage is not just about receiving love, it is about stewarding a covenant. Ephesians 5:25 instructs husbands to love their wives just as Christ loved the church, and wives to honor their husbands in the same way. This love is a reflection of Christ's love for His people. To step into this covenant means stepping into a calling greater than yourself. And this is why gratitude must be your posture. Thank God now for what is about to unfold. Worship Him, not only for what He has done in your past, but for what He is doing in your future. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." Gratitude opens the heavens. Gratitude seals the promise. Gratitude invites the manifestation. Beloved, let me leave you with this reflection. Could it be that your faith in this very moment is pulling the promise closer? Could it be that your yes to God's timing, even after years of waiting, is the final key unlocking this door? Let it settle in you now. This is your confirmation. Your marriage will not be delayed any longer. Heaven is saying, "It is time." Beloved, lean in closely, because what I'm about to release in your spirit carries weight beyond today. Marriage is not simply the answer to a longing. It is the platform God will use to display His glory through you. Every prayer, every fast, every tear you've released into the atmosphere has been building a foundation for something bigger than just companionship. This is a divine covenant, chosen before the foundations of the earth, written in the Lamb's Book of Life. And now, its time of manifestation has come. The Spirit of the Lord says, "Do not look back at what was. Do not cling to the seasons that wounded you. For behold, I make all things new." This echoes Isaiah 43:18-19. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Your past does not define your future. Every failed relationship, every betrayal, every disappointment was not the end. It was preparation. God has been removing what could not carry you into destiny, so that when this spouse arrives, nothing from yesterday will sabotage tomorrow. Take a breath and reflect. Could it be that every heartbreak was a divine redirection? That every closed door was a rescue, not a punishment? The truth is, your future spouse has also walked through refining fire. They too have faced loneliness, betrayal, or loss. And now, both of you, refined by fire, molded by waiting, are ready to meet not in brokenness, but in wholeness. Malachi 3:3 says, "He will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver." That's what God has been doing. He has been sitting over your life and theirs, purifying until He can see His reflection in you both. When this spouse comes, you will notice something unusual about the timing. It will not be on your schedule, but it will be on God's. For some, it may happen in a morning when you least expect it, a divine appointment while you're simply living your daily routine. For others, it may come through a sudden, unexpected encounter that feels orchestrated by unseen hands. Beloved, this is not coincidence. This is providence. Psalm 37:23 assures us, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and He delighteth in His way." Your steps, even in the ordinary, are being ordered toward this extraordinary meeting. Now let me speak into the opposition you may still feel. The enemy knows that when you and your spouse unite, you will be unstoppable. Together you will carry authority, intercession, and impact that shakes generational chains. That is why warfare has been intense. That is why your nights of prayer have felt like battles. But hear me, your prayers have not been in vain. Heaven has recorded every cry, and angelic hosts have been dispatched. Daniel 10:12 reminds us, "Since the first day that you set your mind to gain understanding and to humble yourself before your God, your words were heard, and I have come in response to them." Beloved, your prayers moved heaven the first day, and now the answer is breaking through. This marriage is not simply about two people falling in love. It is about generational curses being broken. Where your family line may have known divorce, abandonment, or dysfunction, your covenant will be different. Your union will be a new beginning. Psalm 112:2 proclaims, "His offspring will be mighty in the land. The generation of the upright will be blessed." Your children will not inherit cycles of pain, but blessings of favor. Your home will not echo with strife, but with songs of joy. What you are stepping into is not just for you, it is for those who come after you. And beloved, let me tell you something sacred. God is not just sending you a spouse, He is sending you a prayer partner, a destiny builder, a warrior beside you. There will be moments where their prayers will cover you in ways you never imagined. There will be days when your faith is weak, and their faith will lift you up. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10 says, "Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up." That is the essence of this union. When one stumbles, the other lifts. When one cries, the other comforts. When one prays, the other agrees. Together you will advance. I must also release this word. Do not underestimate the power of preparation. As you wait, God is asking you to cultivate gratitude, purity, and readiness. Gratitude, because thanksgiving ushers in manifestation. Purity, because the covenant you are entering is holy. Readiness, because the promise will come swiftly, and you must be positioned to receive it. Jesus Himself taught in Matthew 25 about the wise and foolish virgins. Those who were prepared entered into the wedding banquet, but those who were unprepared missed it. This is your time to be ready. Ask yourself now, am I prepared for the weight of this blessing? It is easy to desire love, but it is deeper to steward it. Love requires patience, forgiveness, sacrifice, and humility. Yet in all these things, God has been training you. The seasons you thought were wasted were classrooms. The nights of intercession were lessons. The disappointments were shaping your endurance. Romans 5:3-24 teaches us, "We also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance character, and character hope." That is what you are carrying now, character refined for covenant. Beloved, do not let fear stop you. Some of you are afraid of being hurt again, afraid of being abandoned, afraid of trusting. But hear the voice of the Lord in Joshua 1:9. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. He will be with you in this marriage. He will not send you into something that destroys you. He is sending you into something that heals you, restores you, and glorifies Him. So let this confirmation ring in your soul. You are not waiting in vain. The promise is alive. The season has shifted. And what is written about your marriage in heaven will soon be revealed on earth. Beloved child of God, as we bring this message into its fullness, let your heart open wide to receive the final confirmation the Spirit of the Lord is releasing over you today. Marriage has never been about man's design. It has always been God's idea, His covenant, His reflection of love between Christ and His church. And because of this, when God says the time has come, nothing in heaven, on earth, or beneath the earth can stop what He has ordained. You must know this. The season of delay has expired. The final shift has come. What once felt stuck is now being loosed. The prayers that felt unanswered are now turning into testimonies. This is your moment of divine alignment. The Holy Spirit is whispering, "The wait was worth it, for now I release not just a spouse, but a destiny partner into your life." Think about this. Genesis 24 recounts how Abraham's servant prayed at the well for a sign, and Rebekah appeared with the exact confirmation he had asked for. She offered water not only to him, but to his camels. Beloved, God has not changed. Just as He aligned Isaac and Rebekah through unmistakable confirmation, so He will align you with your spouse. You will not be left in confusion. You will not be deceived by counterfeits. When the promise arrives, it will carry clarity, peace, and divine favor. Take a moment and let this sink into your soul. Your marriage is not just for you, but for the generations to come. The prayers of your grandparents, the cries of those who came before you, many of whom never saw the fullness of their own covenant, are being answered through you. This is generational restoration. Isaiah 61:9 declares, "Their descendants will be known among the nations and their offspring among the peoples. All who see them will acknowledge that they are a people the Lord has blessed." Your children will walk in blessings that your ancestors dreamed of. Your union will be a testimony, a lighthouse, a proclamation of God's goodness. And yet, let us not forget this truth. Every covenant carries responsibility. God is not only giving you a spouse, He is entrusting you with a calling. Together, you will pray for nations. Together, you will break chains. Together, you will advance the kingdom. That is why your union faced resistance, because the enemy knows your marriage is a weapon against darkness. But greater is He who is in you than he who is in the world. 1 John 4:4. Nothing can stop what heaven has ordained. Now hear this final confirmation. The signs of your spouse are already unfolding. You may notice sudden divine encounters, unusual dreams, even a shift in your desires. The Spirit may prompt you to be at a certain place at a certain time, or to reconnect with something you once overlooked. This is not chance, it is God's orchestration. Psalm 32:8 promises, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you." He will guide you step by step. Beloved, your role is not to strive, but to stay surrendered. Stay in prayer. Stay in gratitude. Stay in readiness. Thank God daily for what is unfolding. Speak life over your future. Declare scriptures over your marriage. Remember, Proverbs 18:21 says, "The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit." Speak life, speak blessing, speak faith. As this message comes to its close, I want you to pause and receive this prophetic declaration. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Numbers 6:24-26. Your final confirmation is here. Your marriage is ordained, protected, and about to manifest. What God joins together, no one can separate. Now, beloved, if this word resonated with your spirit, lift up a shout of faith in the comments. Write, "Blessed and ready." Let heaven and earth bear witness that you are aligned with this promise. And if you received this word, take a moment to like this video. It is an act of agreement. Share it with someone who needs hope. And most importantly, stay connected to this well of prophetic encouragement. Subscribe now to the Angel Code Message channel for more divine insights and confirmations, so you never miss the words God is releasing over your destiny. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are beloved. And your marriage, ordained from heaven, will soon change everything.